All right, if you think content takes way too much work to produce every month, I'm going to show you how we do this all within 2 hours. All right. So this is a YouTube video engine that we service here at Hive and how we do it for B2B clients. And we do a month's worth of video content. And like I said, in just a 2-hour shoot, it's tailored to your ICP, tailored to all the buyer stages, and it's all mapped to your services in your GTM motion. All right. So I'm going to break it down here in 4 steps, how we do this with ourselves and clients every single month. Okay. So we'll pop here into my notes. And if you're wondering who I am and you're new here, I'm Matt Celestio. We've built hundreds, if not almost 1,000 plus videos over the last bit for B2B brands and companies, RevOps, SaaS, compliance, everybody we've done. So again, I'm just breaking it down here in the 4-step process on how to build this GTM engine with just 2 hours. So number 1, I want to start here, and this goes with onboarding. We do a deep ICP map, okay? So this gives us a good understanding before we create a topic, before we do a content pillar, whatever that is. We understand who your ICP is and not just where they work and how much money they make and did they get funding or not, which is all important. But we want to understand a few key things here. So number 1 is their pain points. Okay. What is the pain that they are dealing with every day, and how does your service or solution solve that? And how do they relate? How can it be the natural bridge? I want to understand what are their limiting beliefs, okay? Have they been burned in the past by products and agencies like yours? Do they hate giving over money because maybe they're strapped personally and they don't know how that investment is going to help them? The other thing too is understanding what is their dream state, okay? What do they look like after they work with you? What is their desired outcome? Is it more money? Is it more freedom? Is it more time? What does that look like? Because that all heavily influences how your content is chosen. So this we will normally sit down with the founder or somebody who's a GTM lead or CMO. It doesn't really matter, whoever's the point of contact there. But what we also do is we sit down with your sales team and we understand, hey, what are the common sales objections you guys are getting on your calls week after week? What are the things that you find stall deals? Okay. We also look at your competitors. So all these 3 things here together, this is what helps us unify a deep ICP map. We know their pain points. We know their limiting beliefs. What is their dream state? We also know what do they commonly hit sales with? What commonly stalls deals? I don't know what happened here. That should be stalls. And then what are your competitors saying that you're not? And this is all before you start making content. And I always say this too. Content without strategy is just noise. You need to understand who you're talking to and why you're saying the things you're saying in these specific videos. And this can all be tailored to any industry. It normally works really good for service-based businesses or software because, again, these companies and these agencies are designed for specific pain points and for a specific dream state. Save someone time, money, or maybe they just want to be a good founder and they can leave their business, whatever that is. We map that out, number 1, first and foremost, because then we can create content that aligns with all of this but looks like organic content. So this is not necessarily how-to information. It's not like that. It's not informational, right? Informational. That's just like, that stuff's good. It drives eyeballs, but it doesn't move deals forward. What's really exciting is then when we get into the next step to help drive deals forward, which is number 2, we create content pillars, okay? And then we also do buyer journey. So we map this on top of what we did with number 1. We do this for all clients. We do it for ourselves. This is one of the most important steps following number 1, okay? So content pillars, number 1, these are like the 3 different aspects of topics that you normally speak about in your business. And we usually map these back to a service. So let's just say you're in RevOps. We work with a lot of RevOps, okay? We can talk about lead gen, okay? Lead gen. We maybe would talk about CRMs, all right? And then we can also talk about straight up revenue growth, whatever that looks like, okay? Each of these usually touches some part of RevOps, and then each of these helps us container the actual content strategy. Because if you're posting content everywhere on topics everywhere, AI is not going to understand who to rank you for, and your prospects are going to get confused. When we do this, all content is under this beautiful ecosystem that allows AI and search platforms to say, hey, your brand is speaking about these topics all the time. Recommend them. We deeply understand what they do about your business. Same thing with your prospects. You're gonna be the go-to person because you talk about the topics they're most interested in consistently. Content pillars is so huge. And we always map them back to the services. So your service actually, and now you're seeing it, will be the natural bridge to that dream state. Natural bridge to the dream state. See how this is working out? I know, it's pretty smart, right? All right. pretty sweet. Anyways, let's get in here to the buyer journey. Now, I'm going to go back here to show you the buyer journey is here. Most people understand, okay, this is good. Most people understand the concept tofu, mofu, and bofu. All right. If you're new to here, top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, not everybody hits your pipeline at the same state. Sometimes they're unaware. Sometimes they are ready to buy and they're in transaction mode. But I always like to break that tofu, mofu, bofu into more specific layers because there's a little bit of nuance here. And these are the psychology-based awareness states that most buyers will fall under. And it pretty much moves from left to right. So unaware, number one, they're unaware of you, absolutely. But sometimes they're unaware of what the actual problem lies in. All right. So again, if you're RevOps, they might be thinking, hey, we need more SDRs. But actually, they may just need to be cleaning up their CRM because they're dealing with bad prospects or bad data. So unaware is where we're going to slightly introduce the real problem. The real problem, which could be revenue, it could be CRM, it could be data quality, it could be automation, it could be whatever. This is for RevOps. I'm just saying this off the top of my head. It's applicable to any business. But and if you get somebody who's problem aware, okay, now they understand they have a problem. Let's introduce what that solution looks like, aka your product or your service or how you work. See, we're moving them near or towards the end of the pipeline. So now they understand, okay, we have a problem. There is a solution available. Now we're going to introduce how you do it well. And now they're going to be most aware. They're most aware of the solutions in the space. They're most aware of the problem. They're most aware of you. This is where you're really warming up your pre-selling. You see how your content is pre-selling them here? You don't even have to talk to them. And they're just watching videos and they naturally select what video is most applicable to their awareness state. And then once they're ready to go into ready to buy state, this is the money. This is the money right here. All right. That's when they're comparing vendors. And you want to create content around that specific language, showing why you're different, why they should choose you, why your competitors aren't that great, and why you're so much better. So this entire buyer strategy or this buyer journey is where we come back over here where we've now mapped the content pillars and your buyer journey all the way from start, okay, to finish, like cartoons, fin. All right. So we've got number one, which is the deep ICP mapping. We've done the pain points, limiting beliefs, dream state, and then we're going to look at your actual GTM. What are your sales objections, your problems that you're having? What's stalling the deals? What are your competitors saying? Content pillars, buyer journey. Now, number three is where we get exciting, okay? Most of the time, people can't handle a lot of the content that goes in, or a lot of the production that goes into content. I can't even do that. That's why I have a team. I don't do every part of the production process, okay? So production process. The biggest thing that we find that people can't stay consistent with is because they don't have a process or a framework or something that's repeatable month over month. You're starting from scratch every time. What ideas do you do? What research do you do? Are you doing video? Are you doing LinkedIn? Like there's too much fugazi. There's too much of that. You need to solidify a repeatable framework. So that's where we come in and we have a repeatable system every month. We don't actually do scripts first. We do topic selection plus research. Okay. Number one, always start there. Then we'll send that usually to our clients for approval. Then from there, we'll generate scripts or we'll do outlines depending on if it's like a demo style or if it's just a straight talking head. We do two types of content normally with our clients, especially on YouTube, because you can repurpose it to LinkedIn as well. So then we'll do the topic research. So this is 1, this is 2, and then 3. We come on site to you. We film for 2 hours. You'd be surprised with the teleprompter that we bring and the outlines that already comes done, how fast you can actually bang out some videos. So that's where we'll do the filming. Okay, great. And then number 4 is when we'll do the actual production and then distribution. It's just a repeatable framework and it just cycles every single month. We're not going, oh, should we film something today? Oh, do we have a script? No, we do step 1 to 4 every single month, show up on site and you bang it out. And that, my friends, is what's really important to get consistent, to have an actual production awareness in the market and a presence in the market. And that's the third step. Again, Don't do it all yourself. I've done that before. Burnout. You're going to be inconsistent. You're going to produce half-baked content. Don't do that. Get a team, or find a repeatable framework that works for you in a systematic way. And the last one here, the last step here is analytics. Now, hold with me. I can't spell. Let's try again. Analytics. What most people don't do is they'll just keep pumping out content every single month. But do you understand what got views? What got engagement, content? If you're using YouTube, watch time. This is huge. Watch time. How long are people going through the whole video, start to finish? Or does your retention graph look like this and it just goes downwards? All of these are good indicators to what's good topics to either redo the next month or double down on moving forward, and what to scrap. We look at everything from click-through rate for our thumbnails and our videos, and how long people are watching for, and are there comments? Hey, did anything bring in leads? What didn't get any engagement? That's going to influence all the way back to number 1 over here, where we're talking about what are those pain points, limiting beliefs, and dream states that we're going to be talking about, and how it relates to your service and these content pillars, tailored to the buyer journey and your specific business. So those are the 4 steps here. Just to quickly recap, I know we're coming up here on 12 minutes, to do 2 hours of production every month. So deep ICP mapping. Number 2 is content pillars and buyer journey, understanding what that looks like. Your production process, get a repeatable framework or outsource it. And number 4 is analytics. Understand what's working, scrap what doesn't, double down on what does. And this process over and over and over, you're going to see as you refine it, you'll get better prospects, you get better engagement, you get better brand presence, you just get better everything because you're now doing this repeatable system month over month. Now, if you're somebody who wants help with this and wants to implement it in your business, we do everything from RevOps to B2B SaaS, compliance, recruitment agencies, marketing agencies we even do, consultancies. Send me a message on LinkedIn or drop a comment below, smash the like button, and reach out. So let's have a conversation to see how we can plug this directly into your business. And we usually stand up this entire system here that I showed you within the first 30 days of working together. So we're quite fast. We're quite efficient. We got a team of 7 here. It's not AI generated. We do everything. Obviously we leverage AI, but we do everything with a human polish. So it sounds like something that you're looking to either double down on or just get started, get your feet wet. You're in the right place. Take a visit over us at Hive Agency and send me a message. We'll have a quick conversation and rock and roll. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll see you next time.